Hi guys, welcome to another video from Little Too Simple. You would have easily related to the title of this video if you're someone who is currently in some kind of debt and happens to have extra cash in hand. More often than not, if a person in debt ends up with some extra money, the big dilemma is this: should I use it to pay off debt, or should I invest it? This video can help you take a better decision in such situations. But before we begin, a quick clarification. This video is made entirely for educational and entertainment purposes. It should not be considered as financial advice of any kind. Now, let's roll. Some of you who watched our video on good debt might already know that not all debt is bad. As long as your debt profile is made up of good debt, you can prioritize investing the extra cash instead of paying off debt. Any situation where you take on debt to make an investment, and that investment gives you returns greater than the interest rate you pay, is considered good debt. If you'd like to understand more about what good debt is, you can watch our video on this topic by clicking the link in the top right corner of the screen. On the other hand, if you have high interest debt such as credit card debt, it's better to focus on paying it off first. That's because most investments, at least in the short term, cannot give returns higher than the interest charged on credit cards or other high interest loans. Your credit utilization rate is an important factor to consider before you think about aggressively borrowing or investing. The higher your credit balance is, the lower your credit score will be. And if you don't bring your credit usage back under control, you may have to pay higher interest rates the next time you need to borrow. So, if your debt exceeds 25% of your available credit limit and you're only making the minimum payments on all debts, it would be wise to step back. Focus first on lowering your credit utilization rate. This can improve your credit score and make life much easier. Choosing between debt repayment and investing is never a simple either/or decision. If you have some extra cash lying around, the first thing to check is whether you already have an emergency fund. If not, use your extra money to build one. Why? Because an unexpected emergency can be a bigger monster than debt. Being prepared for emergencies can save you from much bigger troubles. So always prioritize setting up an emergency fund before thinking about debt repayment or investing. For many people, nothing is more valuable than peace of mind. If debt is something that keeps you restless and awake at night, then it's always preferable to use your extra cash to pay it off rather than investing it. At the end of the day, no financial advice is more important than your mental peace. Ideally, you should avoid carrying debt into retirement, but that's not always possible. If you're nearing retirement and still far from your financial goals, you might need to delay retirement and work a little longer. Cut down on spending. Make catch-up contributions after age 50. These steps can help you become debt-free before retirement. Taxes play a big role in the debt versus invest decision. Depending on your income, you may qualify for a saver's credit of up to 50% of your eligible contributions to retirement accounts like Roth IRA, traditional IRA, or 401k. With some retirement plans, like a 401k, you don't pay taxes on contributions or investment growth until you withdraw the money in retirement, sometimes decades later. On the other hand, some forms of debt also come with tax benefits. For example, interest paid on student loans is deductible. Certain mortgage interest payments are deductible. So, always consider tax benefits while choosing between debt repayment and investing. If you receive a windfall, such as an inheritance, a work bonus, winning a lottery, or stumbling upon some hidden treasure, pun intended, then much of what we've discussed so far may not apply. That's because your priorities will completely change depending on the size of the windfall. For example, if you win $10 million, you can pay off all debts, build an emergency fund, and still have a huge amount left to invest. But for modest windfalls, your plan of action will be very different. Even though windfalls are usually unexpected, if you are expecting one, it's wise to tweak your debt repayment and investment plans accordingly. We hope this video was helpful in making it easier for you to decide what to do with extra cash in hand. Remember, the choice between paying off debt and investing depends on your unique situation and priorities. If you found this video interesting, do explore our channel for more content on personal finance, financial success stories, business case studies. See you all again in the next video.